there, beautiful, wonderful people of the internet. I am VeganBear, and I am joined by Winona today.
Hello.
Alrighty. And today's FPS, we are going to be playing the FPS Flashbacks. I
Yes.
will be the player I will be the player and mine behind Joanne, one of the most chaotic nobodies you'll meet, and
I'll be playing Mad Lad, one of the most chaotic children that you'll ever meet.
the perfect duo.
Indeed. All chaos.
It's all chaos,
All chaos
nothing
all the
else.
time. Yes.
Okay,
Alrighty.
so the game begins at the strike of midnight. Mad Lad, you awaken in a cold sweat from a nightmare.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he wakes up in his bed, and he just panting heavily, his hand gripping his chest as he like slowly looks around, sees. I think remember we talked about in the family chat he's in the same bed as Pawn. He is same with Crew's bed right next to theirs.
Well, as you look around the room, I'm not gonna have you roll perception for this, but Crew isn't sleeping alone tonight. He's actually sleeping with Joanne. Joanne has come back for the weekends from Crayon Canyon because she wanted to visit her family. It's been a long time since she's seen all of them. Pawnable, uh, Mad Lad Princess. It's been a while since she's seen all your faces.
Yes, and
And
Mad Lad
and
was
so
very
that
sorry.
go ahead.
I say Mad Lad was very happy to see your visit.
Within the darkness, you see that she is sitting up also, kind of blank. She's just staring ahead of her.
Joanne? Mad Lad calls out, confused.
Uh-huh. She just turns to you. She's not wearing the green wig, and her eyes aren't big, so you just see, uh, Joanne, kind of bald, with a little bit of hair in the back, and her little dot eyes, just kind of looking over to you.
Are you okay? As he goes over to climb up on their bed, on her and Crew's bed.
Be better.
Mm, doubt.
Press X to doubt.
Yes.
Uh,
Yeah, he climbs up on her. He climbs up over Crew, and 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 like sits right next to her.
If I'm being honest, I imagine Joanne to be the closest one to the kid's bed, but you know what? Yeah, you crawl over Crew. Crew just kind of waves a hand at you as you climb on him. But no, you don't awaken him.
Yeah, he's heavy sleeper as we found out before.
Yeah, he is a heavy sleeper. Uh, so you've crawled on over to Joanne, and she kind of like extends her arm to invite you to her lap.
Mad Lad happily takes that invitation and curls up in her lap. You're not
So what?
you're
So
not
why
wearing
aren't
your
you asleep? Oh.
I say. This is the problem about voice chatting roleplay.
Okay, go ahead. You
I say
first.
you're not wearing your wig and eyes like usual.
Eh, eyes tend to get smeared everywhere and wig gets messy.
He nods. Fair enough.
She says as the very next day she manages to ruin the wig in every way possible.
Oh no.
She even shaved one of them just out of pure curiosity.
Oh my.
Yeah. So why aren't you asleep?
Mad Lad say looks down. He said, I had a nightmare.
Oh, what was this horrid nightmare about?
Make an insight check.
Insight check. Okay, she's not that bad at insight. Wait, Peck, wrong channel. Gonna migrate over to there. Sorry.
No, you're.
It's in the nuts and bolts.
I saw.
It's a 10.
I mean, I'll let you re-roll it.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
19. Heck yeah.
Yes. You could see Mad Lad freeze as she asked that question. It's like, and here's the thing: he's never shown fear around any of them before, but he shows fear. He's like, it's nothing. It was just a nightmare.
Well, whatever the nightmare has been about, don't worry. It can't hurt you. It's okay. And she just pulls you in for a hug, like, if you ever need anything, I'll be right here, always to protect you.
Mad Lad smiles and hugs her. Thanks. That means more than you know. So, why were you awake? You seem to be staring off into nothing.
The bed bugs don't let me sleep.
The bed bugs?
Well, I think it's the bed bugs. I don't know, I haven't been able to sleep for the past months.
What? You haven't been able to sleep?
Past months, past years, I've lost track of time.
Mad Lad looks at her very concernedly.
As he should.
Do you want to talk about anything? And he holds her hand. It's okay.
I mean, what is there to talk about? I can't tell why I don't sleep.
I mean, is something bothering you and that's the reason why you can't sleep?
Well, she just kind of looks up and starts thinking. And, Sorry, give me a moment to think.
It's alright.
I mean, the war has been pretty restless.
The war. I've heard like bits and pieces, but Crew never talks about the war.
Of course he doesn't, he's a coward.
Well, what was the war like?
It was great, it was big. Oh, there was violence galore.
Oh? And he looks up at her and like questioning, tell more.
I'm sorry, I read it the gallery.
It's okay.
Okay, continuing. Okay, so what was the war like? Is that what you asked?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, violence galore, blood spilled everywhere. There was so much blood that the whole entire sand was painted.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of blood.
Oh, it most certainly was. We had so much blood spilt out on the sands that you could paint the whole canyon over twice.
Cannon? Were there lots of cannons?
Cannons?
I thought you
Canyon.
said canyon. Oh, sorry. I thought you said cannon.
No, canyon.
Canyon. All right. Wow. I never seen her say that. That's just a. I mean, that's cool, but at the same time, bloody. But I never say why say Can you tell me more?
Of course I could. Oh, there's so many stories of what I could tell. Where do I begin?
Ooh. Yes, stories tell.
Mm.
And he just snuggles up to her more, looking at like story time.
What about that time What about the time that I was a god and I wiped out half that team?
Ooh,
Oh, they didn't stand a chance against me.
a god? How do you become a god? Wait, are you still a god?
At this point, I'm convinced that I am. Nothing can kill me.
How did you become a god? How did you become a god?
And she just kind of looks down and she thinks. With Noah.
Noah?
The medic. Our medic. Brilliant genius medic.
Oh, did you have a team?
Of course I did. I had a whole team. And with that, she's gonna reach into her hammer space. 8. Okay. She reaches into her hammer space and she pulls out one picture. And hey Mad Lad, as you look at this picture, you recognize it. It's the same one that's hung in the living room.
Oh, it's that picture. Crew never talks about that picture.
This was our old team back at the canyon during the war. And there, indeed, you do see the whole entire team. Some of the people that you may catch are, of course, Joanne and Crew. Joanne out in the front with a rubber hose pug and a tall brown cat in a cap sitting right next to them. There's a lot of strange things like a chicken with a machine gun, a very large chicken in fact, with a little cat just crawling on their shoulders. Yeah, there's a lot.
Can you tell me their names?
Sure I could. That's me, that's Dallas, that's Choco, that right there is Senia, that's Noah. Yes, I did name all of them.
Yes.
That's Splinter.
Wow.
I can't remember the rest.
Are they... Mad Lad sort of shifts around. Are they all still alive?
Logan. Yes, of course they are.
Mad Lad gives a little sigh of relief.
I mean, Crew's still alive. Look at him. And she just kind of gestures towards Crew, who is just asleep. The weirdest looking pose you could think of for a person to be asleep in.
Oh my gosh, like, I don't know, it's just like, you know how cats have like the weirdest sleeping poses? I feel like Crew could get away with that.
Crew is a cat.
Yes.
I mean, yeah.
See, I was just curious because I don't know, it's pictures hold memories and memories of people who sometimes are alive and sometimes are not. And he looks a little bit. He looks at your photo a little bit fondly, almost melancholy. It would probably be the best word to describe it.
I could introduce you to them.
Really?
Yeah. I see Dallas I used to see Dallas quite often. Actually, I need to drop by and say hello to Dallas. I think he thinks I'm dead.
Yeah, let's go see him. I wouldn't want anyone on your team to thinking you're dead. Trust me, it's not. I mean, if that happened to me, Matt Lad stops and he visibly shivers. Yeah, I would like to see them.
Joanne's like, great! And then she has the sudden realization and is like, no, never mind, that wouldn't be a good idea.
I mean, we can go tomorrow. It's midnight.
You know what? Do you want to roll an insight check on Joanne on that?
Yes, I would love to roll an insight roll on Joanne.
What is your deception? Okay, that's a
Not
+1.
bad.
Ah, as she just like slides away, and she's like, "We can't. I heard that he is sick. Yeah, I don't want you to get sick too." You get a feeling that the way she says that isn't quite true.
Sick? What do you mean by sick?
Well, sick. Uh, he's sick. Wait, I already said that.
I mean, did something happen to him?
No, yes. And she's just like sweating bullets here now.
It's okay. It, you don't have to tell me if you don't want to. It's just I
Maybe we can see him tomorrow at a different location. Okay. Don't worry about it. She just kind of like pats you.
all right.
Don't worry about it.
All right. Sounds good. I'm just glad at least most your team is alive. It's better than my situation.
Oh. And
Mm,
with that, she kind of like perks up towards you, like,
I had a family before this, but they're all dead.
hmm.
And he reaches into his hammer space and he slowly pulls out, well, let's see if I can do it. Nope, wrong thing. Yep, he pulls out a photo of his own.
Ooh.
And you see on a ship a very formal looking photo with with 6 people, with 6 real kind, well, 5 real kind, two say yeah, sorry, say there's only two tunes in the photo, but the other 4 are real kind. Only one that you recognize, which is Mad Lad, sitting on top a female tiefling's lap. He points to the tiefling. Say, this is my crew, or at least what was my crew. The Sapphire Dragon, the roughest, tough team of pirates that you would ever meet. Also my family.
Wow.
Yeah, he 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 then like taps the female tiefling who has beautiful white skin, dark navy blue hair, and sapphire eyes. That's Captain Azura. She's my, well, she was the best she's my mother. She took
Wait,
care of me.
you were a son of a real kind?
No, not exactly. I was found I was found out in sea. I'd had no memories. They just picked me up. I don't know who my real parents were, but Azura took care of me. She, she was like my mother.
Wow. And Joanne's just kind of like looking at you like, wait, can real kinds do that?
Do what?
You know, be kind, be nice.
Yeah, they're all very nice. Azura, I mean, you wouldn't want to get on Azura's bad side. She was very protective of me and the crew, of course, but she was very kind. And he points to another real kind, this time a green half orc with long black dreadlocks tied in a ponytail. And this was my dad, my old dad. His name was Braun. He was the greatest sailor ever. He taught me how to sail a ship. And over here, and he points to a very large female Goliath. who has long blonde braided head. This is Nala Skullbreaker. She was the one that fixed up the ship all the time. Also fixed up a lot of my explosions. She was quiet, but nice. Then he points to a green kobold, and this is Chad Boot. He was the one who taught me how to make my gun. And
just looking at all of these real kinds, and she's just like, whoa.
Yeah. Also, I should note that the green kobold also has like a pair of wings too.
I mean, the last time I've seen a real kind, they gave me this. And she just gives you a big grin. And as she smiles at you, you can see that within her teeth, there are perfectly round holes in majority of them.
Ugh, I see. Yeah, these real kinds are not. These real kinds, my family was very nice. Though he points to the last person in in the photo. He's a Franken Alley Toon, but he's a I think it was a red macaw parrot. Yes, he's a red macaw parrot. This is Jimmy Coffett. He is our quartermaster. He also taught me how to cook some too, though. I'm not very sure if I retained anything, to be honest. I mainly just helped him make the meals.
Oh.
Yeah, he's also a very good singer. We sort of knew whenever there was trouble in the crow's nest because he would stop singing. We knew it would be serious if he stopped singing.
That's so cool.
Mm-hmm.
Well, during the war, our eyes in the sky were splinter, and she points onto her own image, and somewhere near the background, near the back of the photo, she points to a tall pigeon-like Toon. He was a sniper.
Ooh.
He would sit in his own little nest up somewhere high, and he'd pick off the unfortunate enemies that crossed his sights.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, Jimmy wasn't a sniper. He was a bard, but he was very good at convincing people to do what he wanted them to do.
Ooh.
Mhm. Tell me a little bit more about your team, though. I want to hear more.
Oh, right, you wanted to know who Noah was.
Uh-huh.
And she points to the cat that is on the shoulders of the chicken.
Yeah.
The giant chicken with the machine gun. That's Noah, our medic.
Ooh.
He's cuckoo.
Cuckoo?
Yeah, he's cuckoo like Eli.
Who's Eli?
A doctor.
Oh, a doctor?
I used to see him a lot. He would give me strange potions sometimes that I would drink. They tasted awful and they did weird things. But I liked him. I don't know why we stopped seeing him.
Huh. I wonder why. Maybe we can go.
I wonder.
Do you know where he lives? Maybe we can go visit him sometime.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's visit him. It'll probably be a nice surprise.
Oh, it would. Oh, it definitely would.
Oh, player knowledge.
Oh, player knowledge.
Yeah. You could say Chad was a little bit crazy too. He loved explosions and loved helping me make explosions too. He also taught me how to swear.
I love explosions too.
I know.
And so does Dallas. And she points to the rubber hose pug that is sitting right next to her.
Ooh. Does he have a big rocket launcher like you do?
No, but he has grenades and bombs.
Wow.
Oh, bombs galore.
Wow. He eyes are like stars. That sounds awesome.
Oh, his whole entire thing at the war was explosions, setting traps to go off, blowing people to smithereens. Oh, you could have their head at main base and their body all the way over at like what? She thinks. In
Wow,
Australia.
that's awesome. I'd say I would love to meet him someday. I want to show him my gun. I want to show him all the fireworks I made. Maybe he could teach me how to make some better explosives.
Oh, he would. Ah, he's just the best.
Sounds like he's the best. Let's see. I let's see. This is nice though. Again, Crew never talked about any of these people or the war. I don't know
Of course he doesn't.
why wouldn't he? It sounds like you guys had a lot of fun in the war.
Says we should keep it on a low profile. Don't want the government officials looking into it, getting us all in trouble. I don't know what he's rambling on about.
Government officials? I mean, why would they be involved?
I don't know. Joan has no idea herself.
Oh my gosh, yes. Yeah. Yawns a little bit. This is this say though we didn't have say even though me and Chad had a lot of explosions. If you really wanted to see some wreckage in the field, you should have seen Nala. She had a giant warhammer, big as me. She could crush 10 skulls at once. I've heard stories from my mama that said she waded through a whole army and destroyed every single one of them.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a sight to behold. From my mom said we had to see. It's her. See, it's just like crushing so many people. It was just he's like giddy right now. It's just like, man, I wish I could be as strong as her.
Senior used to be the same. Oh, that gun of hers. And she kind of points to the machine gun that she's holding. Could mow down the whole team 10 times over.
Ooh, that's a big gun.
Oh, it is. It's so big, even the eye can't lift it.
That's hard to believe.
I know, it truly is. And she kind of like flexes her muscle a little bit. But alas, it is true.
Ah,
She also made incredible sandwiches.
ooh, sandwiches. That sounds nice.
Curious if she should pull one out.
I mean,
She just pulls out like a tuna sandwich. You want it?
yeah.
Yeah.
Takes a
Midnight
giant
snack.
bite of the sandwich.
You know what? It's a good sandwich, although it is a little damped by the fact that A, it's damp, B,
I mean,
it's kind of old. You don't know how long it's been in Joanne's hammer space.
do you think Mad Lad cares? He doesn't care how old it is. He just wants to eat the sandwich, and it's a pretty good sandwich. Like,
I think after like Mad Lad takes a bite and is chewing, Joanne just kind of leans on over, takes another bite of it.
yeah,
And they're both just eating the sandwich.
yeah, Mad Lad like seeing that like tears the sandwich in half, so we can both have half a sandwich.
Ah, thank you. Joanne and she just puts the complete chunk in her mouth.
Mad Lad tries to do the same, but can only get like half the sandwich. So he's like, and just like.
Oh.
This is really good. I haven't had a tuna sandwich in a long time.
Oh, she always made them for us.
That's nice. Yeah. Crew say chat say yeah. Sorry. Need a drink of water.
It's okay.
Jimmy always made the best food. I never say he made lots of sandwiches. He made tons of stews. I liked his stews the best though. He made the best stews. There's this one stew called Traveler Stew that was amazing. He was very picky about what went in it though. He always said only the freshest and best ingredients can make a proper traveler stew. Like I couldn't even choose out the ingredients. He had to like eyeball each potato, every chunk of meat, every bit of vegetable that went into the stew. But it was worth it. It was the most delicious thing that you would ever taste. But this is pretty good too. And he like eats the rest of the sandwich.
I have not met a single person that could recreate the magic of Senia's sandwiches.
Wow, that's awesome. Secret recipe.
Secret recipe.
Indeed.
Wonder what it could be.
I wonder what it could be too. But it wouldn't be special if it wasn't secret.
You're right.
Did you have say? Were there any? Are there say? Did you have any like machines? Well, in the war, like I heard there's like these machines and boats that go on land. I think they're say. Did you have any war machines on land in this war?
I mean, Joanne, she just kind of straightens her back, lifts up her finger, and points to Logan. A guitar. The guitar.
Nice.
It's a guitar with a builder's hat on it.
Ah, I see.
Imagine him as you wish.
Ooh, nice.
He was our engineer. He built. She just kind of freezes for a moment. You could probably see like the loading circle in front of her as she's trying to figure out what's the name.
Mad Lad is patient.
Sentries.
Ooh.
Little guns that sit still and they go pew 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 whenever they see a person.
Ah, just like Chad's cannons. They were the same way too. They could be moved around. They had their own legs, but they could shoot anything that came near our ship.
Oh, the sentries were the best and worst at the war. I mean, they're great. They shoot down any enemy that crosses them, but yet you don't want to be at the other end of that. Trust me.
Mad
She
Lad
just kind of looks.
Mad Lad gives a thoughtful nod. Understandable. I wouldn't want to be any enemy ship that crossed paths with the Sapphire Dragon.
You see Joanne just kind of like scratch her cheek and her side all of a sudden.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. And she just continues to scratch and rub at them.
Joanne?
Huh?
You're still scratching it. Are you okay?
It hurts a little. It's been years ago since I've been shot at. Why does it still hurt? And she just like is scratching in a different location.
He's gonna make a medicine. He's actually gonna make a medicine check for himself.
For himself?
No, like he's trying to remember. He's trying to remember something. No, he does not remember. I know he doesn't remember the name at least. He's like, I know there's something that can do that, but you're safe here, Joanne. I mean, you don't have to worry about being shot at ever again.
Shot?
I
She
mean,
just kind of shoots up.
uh, yeah, you said those were, say, you haven't been shot at for a long time. It's like, you don't have to worry about that.
I guess you are correct. I haven't been shot in for a long time. Mm.
Uh, Mad Lad looks at her concernedly again and gently grabs her hand in comfort.
Joanne kind of jumps as you grab her hand. Uh, hmm.
It's it's okay. You know this, right? You're safe here in the apartment. No one will hurt you.
Hmm.
You it's okay to talk about bad stuff that's happened in the past. I've done bad stuff before, and I was hurt too.
And Joanne, she just kind of turns her head away. If you want to, you can roll insight on her.
Oh, yes, he will.
Don't mind if I do.
Okay, 12.
12. You know, I'm gonna roll deception for Joanne. How good are you at this? 14. You're not able to get a good look at her face. She's using the darkness of the room to her advantage to try and hide her face, her facial expression, so you're not able to get much from her.
Bad Lad even looks more concerned he is it as he tries to go over and go over and look at her face so he can properly see her.
Joanne does not turn away from you this time as you crawl to see her. She looks like she's spacing out.
Joanne, Joanne, and he gently shakes her.
Blah. You suddenly awaken her from her daydream as she's completely caught off guard and she, her she's just completely frantic looking. Suddenly you see that her fight or flight has been activated. She's like, what's happening? What? Yeah,
It's okay. It's okay. You spaced out again.
I have.
Uh,
Uh,
yeah,
uh,
you did.
uh, um,
Do you have scars, Joanne?
no. And she just kind of clutches at her stomach. No, no, no.
Mad Lad.
Yes.
I was about to say Mad Lad clutches his chest. It's okay. I have scars too.
But you don't have scars like me.
I I actually maybe not physically, but mentally, yes. It's okay to
Mhm.
it's okay. You can tell
I,
me.
I, uh. And again, she's trying to shy her face away again.
Mad Lad goes over and hugs her. I say and hugs her very tightly. I won't judge you.
Have you ever wondered what it's like to be a kebab?
Not no, but I know what it's I know what it's like to feel helpless.
There was one real kind there we all hated. He was absolutely terrible.
He keeps listening.
We called him Knight. He always carried around with him a sword. He was big. He was a giant lion, twice the size of me.
Mad Lad nods and lets her continue.
And she reaches into her hammer space, and he carried around a sword 3 times my height. And out of her hammer space, she pulls out uh the handle of a sword. Its blade is broken off, but you can just see by the handle alone that it was a huge sword.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he was absolutely terrible. Made kebabs of people.
Did he try to make one of you?
That's evident. And with that, she lifts up the shirt that she was sleeping in. And right in the abdomen, in the middle of her, you see a yellow line. A scar. A yellow scar.
I see. I have some I have something similar, but it's my mom says it's more of a birthmark than a scar, and he lifts up his shirt and you see in the middle of his chest a a red heart. And it's a dark red color. Similar almost looks similar to like a scar or a birth, like the red color is similar to real kind blood.
That's not good.
I always had it. He puts down his shirt. But it's okay.
Hmm.
It's all right. We're survivors.
Barely.
Yeah. This me being here was actually only supposed to be a vacation for my family. My mom really wanted me to see where, for the most part, where tunes came from. She wanted me to connect with my culture again. Or at least not again, or wanted me connected to the culture I would have had if I wasn't, well, hadn't lost my memory. So so we all came here, and the first day was amazing. There were so many different tunes, so many different people that were here. It was all amazing. But that night, my mom suddenly stormed on the ship and quickly said that we had to get out of here. The next thing we knew, we were out to sea and we were attacked. Well, you can guess what happened next.
You know, I, too, myself, don't come from here, from Inkwell.
You don't?
I come... No, I come from no man's land.
He cocks his head. No man's land?
Yeah, it's where nobody's come from. Me. It's where I come from.
He looks at her. It's just like, nobody's. But you're no nobody. You're Joanne.
I know, that's what I keep telling them all.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Well, you're never a nobody to me, but why did you come here then?
I was curious. Every day I would see the ships. For every single day I would see the ships pull up to to the docks. I never knew where they came from. I never knew why. I asked one of my coworkers, "Why are there ships? We're the only island. We're the only land in this whole world. He told me no. The ships come from somewhere else. There's more beyond the no man's land.
Mm.
Well, one night I snuck out, got onto one of the ships, and I sailed all the way here to Inkwell.
Do you miss nomads?
No, I have a great life here. I'm Joanne now. I have you, I have crew, I have everything I love here.
Mad Lad nods. Well, I'm glad you're happy. And he hugs her again. I'm really glad I found you.
Well, I'm glad I found you too.
But if you ever want to talk again about this, we can. Just so you know.
I'll be sure to tell you if I come across any problems myself.
Same here.
And yet again, I remind you, don't fear nothing. You have us here. We'll always be here to protect you.
And I'll be always here to protect you too. And I never want to hurt you guys. Not on purpose, at least.
Don't. You don't have to worry about me.
I always worry about the people I love. I I just don't want you guys ever to leave again. Well, I don't want to lose another family. BB?
Yes, I'm still here.
Okay,
Sorry.
sorry. It's okay.
Joanne's just looking at Mad Lad, and she's trying to gather up the words of what to say.
Say, Bad Lad just gives a little smile, but can I sleep with you, please, for the rest of the night?
Always. And she kind of, uh, she pulls you in closer to her and she kind of cradles you.
Mad Lad smiles as he's being cradled, and
And
he looks up at her. This is a little bit strange, but could you sing me a lullaby?
a lullaby.
He nods. My mom used to do it all the time before I went to sleep.
Huh. Let me see. Uh, okay, the rules are against me, but
Yeah.
she reaches into her hammer space, and what she ends up pulling out is a little hat that is completely covered in holes. No, wait, no, you know what? We're sticking with that. She just kind of looks at it and is like, that's not what I wanted. And she just plops it onto Mad Lad. Oh, right, you wanted a lullaby. Hmm. And she's just kind of trying to figure out what to do. I'm sorry. I
No, no,
don't know any
it's okay.
lullaby.
Maybe you can say she thinks of like a common lullaby and starts singing it.
You know, I'm gonna pull out an old one that I have somewhere.
Oh my gosh.
Don't mind me. It's gonna take me a while to find it.
No, no, say you know, say that's why I say it's like we could just say she sings a lullaby.
Yeah, she begins to sing a lullaby, and I don't think this is going to concern you too much, but you do notice something off about the lullaby. It's not quite in a language that you understand.
Say, I'm curious, what language is that?
It's the
Fair enough.
song. The song she is singing is in a different language, that Mad Lad you unfortunately do not understand. It's not Grolix. It's not. I mean, it's a variation of common,
I
but
see.
it's a common you haven't heard of, or I don't think you have, at least. It's in French.
Yeah, he doesn't know French,
Yeah, I don't think. You know what? Honestly, Joanne also doesn't know French. She just knows the song.
which is fair. Yeah, Mad Lad slowly, like as he's cradled in Joanne's arms, just falls back asleep.
Hmm.
I feel like that's a good place to end it there.
Yeah, and I'm gonna quickly reattempt something.
Okay.
So you fall asleep with the hat on your head. Okay.
Yes.
With that, she successfully pulls out a little prescription bottle that she has. And Joanne, I swear to good lord if you succeed on this. No!
Uh,
Joanne pops open the lid and tries to take and takes down some of the pills. She pushes back the pill bottle to where she got it from. Nothing.
Aw.
She's not gonna try again. She's already had enough pills for tonight.
I see. Aw. But yeah, I feel like too bad she couldn't go to sleep. It's okay though. Well, let's say I think again. I think that's a good place to end it off.
Yep.
Say I hope you guys enjoyed that 12 this Toonkind 12 frames per second.
All right.
All right. Say see you next time, people. Bye.
See ya.
Bye.